warm welcome back to the channel, everybody. What have we got here? I'll tell you what we've got here. This thing right here, only available in Japan. It's quite funny how I came about this. Remember, I was on a little mission or quest to find the most ugliest slot car known to mankind. During that search, this popped up. Now, I'm not saying this is ugly. I am a huge fan of sci-fi, anime, and manga. So of course, when this popped up, I thought, wow, even though it cost a bit, I've got to have this. And then when I did my research on it, not only is this only supposedly available in Japan, I also found out that if you don't speak Japanese, doing research on this is so difficult. But I did a bit, and this is what I found. In fact, tell a lie, he did a bit.
Cyber Formula is a science fiction story that originally aired in Japan in 1991. Its story centered around racing in the future, where race cars are equipped with computer support systems called cyber systems. Now, despite what you are seeing on screen now, it was never made into a real functioning car in the real world.
Right, so the first thing I want to do is just show you around this box, this case, because it is absolutely stunning. So you've seen the front now, have a look at the back. Fantastic artwork at the back there, and of course you've got the main character, the driver for this vehicle. His name is Bleed Kaga or Kaga or Kaga, I really don't know. And there you go, once you take the sleeve off, you're presented with a more familiar Carrera package. Now, this only comes in the digital version. Disclaimer, what you're seeing there is a replacement cover. The original case does not look like this. This looks brand new, pristine, with the usual Carrera bump on the back. Now let me show you the original one. And there you go. This is what this bad boy came with, and this is why I'm not going to throw this away, because it's like provenance. It's basically, even though I'm going to show you the nasty crack and condition on the front, the fact that it's got these original stickers on the back, which isn't your usual Carrera stickers that we're used to on this side of the planet. Yeah, I love this, that it's got that. So this is the original case for this Cyber Formula car. Now have a look at the front. In fact, I don't know if you can pick it up. If you look at the top, you can see all these horrible marks here that will not come off, okay? And then on the front, and you know I'm a collector, so this is huge for me, okay? Massive crack right there. And to have this car displayed in this original case, in this terrible state with the crack, just didn't sit well with me. Yes, I was so disappointed when it got delivered, but at least the base, the display, and most importantly the car itself looks pristine, brand new, and awesome. At least that survived the trip from Japan. Now would you look at this monstrosity? I mean, this beautiful vehicle. This is one of very few slot cars you will come across with 6 wheels. And what I love about this, there's 6 independent wheels, okay? That makes this fairly unique. And they look pretty decent too. Do you know what? Take some eye candy in and then I'll come back, because I don't have a lot to say about this, because I don't know a lot about this or its actual origins, or about the cartoon series, the anime and all of that. But yeah, have a nice up close and personal look, and I'll be right back with just a little bit more information. Now, oh, there he is again. Anytime there is anything either out of the norm, yes. A bit rare, yes. Hard to get hold of, mostly. Yeah, the floor manager turns up and he has a little inspection. But anyway, this thing is awesome. That's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to say it's beautiful. I'm going to say it's awesome. It's epic. And yeah, it is beautiful to me. But I know it's an acquired taste. I'd love to see this going around my track. So we'll get it on my track shortly. Just before I do, there is a method to my madness. Sometimes. Okay, not all the time. The reason why I put this figure there is because if you look at the figure inside the car, he is tiny in comparison to an actual 1/32 scale figure. And there's a good reason for that. Because this car itself, okay, is absolutely huge. It is massive. And to compensate for how big it is, they still try to kind of keep it to scale. And that's about pretty much the largest figure that would fit in this. So he does come in. I would suggest that that figure there is probably a bit more 130, let me know. 135 maybe? I don't know. But he is definitely smaller. But this does look amazing. Because if you made this section here, the cabin, big enough for a character that size, that means the back of this vehicle would have to be even bigger to keep it all in scale, and then this would not fit on my Scale Extric track. It would probably be okay on a Carrera track. But anyway, this car is epic. I hope you appreciated the close-ups that I showed you on this. As I said, there's not much more to say on this other than it's very much anime, it's very much Japanese, it's very much just like what you see in the actual cartoon and the models. There's actual models of this out there. There isn't a real version out there, but anyway, no, it does not exist in the real world. If I ever became a multi-millionaire, which is never going to happen, I would make a 1-to-1 scale of it and put maybe a tiny little engine in it for laughs, okay? So that it can at least move. It won't be road legal, so it would have to be on private land. Anyway, I digress. Let's have a quick look underneath. Would you look at that beast? Look at the undercarriage on that, the chassis. Woo! Anyway, as you can see there, the way this has been designed in the cartoon series and in the real sort of toy models of this, that section is quite narrow, quite slimline. So as you can see there, there's just enough room for the motor. You've got your usual polarity switch there, you've got your guide blade, your braids. And do you see what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the wheels? On a lot of slot cars that have more than 4 wheels, you will find that a couple of them are fake. They don't actually spin, or if they do spin, they're just like kind of on their own without an axle sort of thing. But anyway, as you can see, each set of wheels has its own axle. And each wheel, as in pair of wheels, turn independently. Very nice. Of course, the rear ones are the ones that are powered, so it has to be a rear wheel drive. This looks absolutely epic. Oh, and by the way, did you notice I didn't do my usual, this is the Carrera blah blah blah? I'll show you why I didn't do that near the beginning of the video. 3, 2, 1. This is the Carrera. What is that? Is that Ogre? 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 I have no idea how to pronounce that. I tried to find another video where someone actually pronounced it in English. Nothing. But anyway, AN-21 Cyber Formula Bleed Kaga. Or is that Kaga? Or is it Kaja? I have no idea. And no, of course I'm not. This mechanic's not touching it either. it's safe to say this Cyber Formula car is very back heavy. I kind of expected that. And how cool and epic are those lights?